Ronnie, let's shift gears to adult entertainment. You have a story here on informedamerican.com. Playboy about to be public company again. Are they still around?
Who knew?
Much like rock bands and legends you may have thought were dead, it turns out Playboy remains an ongoing enterprise. True, as this past spring, you no longer can get the print edition to hide under your mattress or read for the articles, but the company is still in business. Now it wants to go public again, reversing its move to go private in 2011. Rodney, there's a deal potentially in the works, a reverse merger from partnering with Green Crest Acquisition Corp. And they say if the deal goes through, it would value Playboy at $425 million. Wow. Playboy is back, or what's going on here, Rodney?
Well, I think what they're doing is cashing in on the recent interest in these reverse merger deals with SPACs. They're special purpose acquisition companies. And so it's the darndest thing. So it used to be that if you did a reverse merger, you're a private company, you're doing pretty well, you want to be a public company, but going through an initial public offering is rather daunting, takes a lot of effort, a lot of money, a lot of filing, just a lot of stuff. And so it used to be companies would say, hey, well, let's find a public company that's kind of failing, because, a lot of public companies fall on hard times, and we'll merge with them and just kind of take over, and we'll suddenly be public. And everybody frowned on that. Mm-hmm. And then Wall Street said, hey, man, we can make money doing this. Let's create a bunch of these dummy public companies that have no business, meaning they literally don't do anything. They tend to have a couple $100 million in the bank. We'll run through the initial public offering process because we know how. We'll do them by the dozens, and then we'll just put them on a shelf. And whenever somebody wants to reverse merge, we'll say, hey, come with us. Yeah. And so that's what Playboy is doing. I find it fascinating because they went private back in 2011 for a couple $100 million, and now they're going public at a deal that is valued around $425 million. And so the owners are making a couple $100 million, which isn't a bad deal, although the markets have more than doubled since then, so it's arguable that they didn't get their money out of it. But in a broader sense, beyond all the stupid stuff with Wall Street and what happens with money flow, and we know they rip people's heads off anyway, the whole idea that Playboy still exists is just amazing to me. I just didn't know, right? I guess I knew. I guess I had seen the deal in the spring when when the print issue went away, because it seems like an ending of an era. But the whole idea that they're still around, and not just around, but enough of a viable business to where this whole reverse merger makes sense, I just find that fascinating.
Now, Ronnie, purely for research purposes, I pulled up the Playboy.com main webpage just to take a look, because like you, I was... I don't know what are they around, but apparently they are. And here I'm on the website now. Interesting, Ronnie. They've pivoted to CBD. They now sell introducing CBD by Playboy. Summer, sizzle, explode. Take pleasure to the next level, Rodney. Also at the top, there's just a link to. It says, welcome our September playmate. She's an optimist, an herbalist who manifests her dreams into existence. Who do you think this is for? We also at the top here, they have a how to make your vote count. And it says here, with recent attempts from President Trump to undermine mail-in voting, we have to be more vigilant than ever. Interesting pivot there to politics. Also, they have a Black Lives Matter banner. Rodney, they sell face masks. So if you're interested there, you can hop on over for only $14.99. They sell apparel. Now they're fanny packs. And I'm scrolling here. I don't know who this is for. I mean, there's lots of strange articles. They're very political. There's one on RBG. There's one about feminism. There's one about Colin Kaepernick. And then as we scroll down, and then some other things appear. They also seem to have a digital channel and the CBD line. So I don't know. Looking at this, I don't know what this company is.
Well, you know what it's not, right? It's not the company of your youth.
That's what I'm saying.
So
that's what I expected. I don't know what this.
Many years ago, you could order physical stock certificates, and I don't even know that you can anymore. I mean, who would? But it was a thing where you would buy 10 shares of Disney, and you would order the certificate, and you would do it in your child's name or whatever. And the certificate was actually quite beautiful. It had an illustration there of Disney characters or whatever, and it was meant to be framed and hung on the wall. Mm-hmm. Now, they were legitimate shares of stock, 10 shares, 100 shares, whatever it was, but it had a picture on it. And so in my head, I can see Playboy going public again, and offering physical shares of stock with pictures on them. Now, it may not be something that you put on the wall, but what the heck? It could get them back into the print business.
But what I would imagine, now I don't know what that picture would be. That's my confusion. I don't know is it going to be a picture of an alluring woman or something about, I don't know, Ruth Bader Ginsburg? I have no clue what that would be.
Maybe it's just, a lottery system where you might get one that's Colin Kaepernick and somebody else gets Playmate of the Month. I don't know.
So I don't get this. I don't know what I can't tell you what the future of Playboy is. But if this reverse merger has you excited as their new CBD line product can get you, maybe that could be an opportunity if this deal goes through.
Yep.